Howdy, howdy. Another training video for you today. This one is for my competition track black belt. So this one is going out to Miss Kata. So I was planning on doing a video with Twilight Zone today, and then Miss Kata had emailed Mrs. G before, and I believe it was yesterday, and was asking to be able to do a little work on Twilight Zone. And my other black belt tracks, we will be doing some videos for our Kali work for the fight track class on Wednesday. I'll be releasing a video shortly for our traditional track people doing Tongil, but this one is Twilight Zone. So this is specifically for black belts. I've already released a few other videos today that are kind of the same style of training on different forms. And if you are a black belt, then you want to train this form, fantastic. If you are a lower level student, if you're a beginner level 1, or you have no experience in martial arts, this is definitely not the form you want to start with. And in fact, on all the descriptions of the videos I've released today, including this one, I've kind of given an indication of what the level form this is. And for those that know this form, they know that this is one of the hardest forms that we do in all of our curriculum. So once again, this is not the form that you want to start with. If you have no experience, you want to go to the very first video I posted today, which was working on Tangoon. But if you are a black belt, we are going to be going through Twilight Zone. And on the other forms we did, we were playing add-on and just kind of adding 1 or 2 moves on at a time. Being that Twilight Zone is such a long form, and those that are going to be training this video are much more advanced in their skill and they know a bunch of forms already, we are going to be playing add-on. However, we're going to be adding on chunks at a time. So we'll be going through, starting out with just the first 5 or 6 moves of the form, and then we'll repeat those and we'll add on the next chunk, the next 5 or 6 moves. So here we go, let's get rocking. Again, since we are black belts here, I am going to make this much more of a follow along video. So we're gonna be kind of blazing through it. So we're gonna kind of talk through the chunk the first time we do it, and then the next time it'll just be kind of going through at a little bit faster pace. But every time we add a new chunk, we will go a little slower and kind of talk about each move, make sure that we're getting it down. But again, second time we're going through that chunk, and the rest of the form is really just going to be kind of speedy and really making it look good. So let's get rocking. We are going to be doing our form from a side view position, so that way you can be facing the same way as me in your living room or wherever you are. And again, you can kind of follow along, and for the most part, just be able to look over your shoulder and be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Now, again, this form takes a huge amount of space to do all the stances right and the jump kicks and everything. So I obviously have a lot of space here at the karate school. However, your environment might be a lot tighter than what I have here. So you know, do what you got to do. If we're doing a full step forward and you can't take a full step forwards, right? If you do this, you run into a wall, then you can do what we call zero stepping, where I bring 1 foot back and move the other foot forwards. And I still get to practice the good stance. However, I'm not actually moving anywhere. I don't move backwards, I don't move forwards. It's just a zero gain of distance. So just staying right in place. So anywhere you need to make an adjustment for your environment, feel free to. Again, it's up to you to pay attention and make sure that you're practicing, doing your best, but also staying safe, that you're not going to run into anything. So here we go. Our form starts off, we're facing straight forward. But what I'm going to do is turn a little bit, so I'm kind of facing on my 45-degree angle. Bring my hands up above my head, making that diamond, and working our first chunk. So I'm going to break the diamond. I'm going to bring both my hands down, and my eyes are going to follow my right hand. Then from there, I'm going to just kind of step out into a front stance, and I throw a good strong punch. From there, I'm just going to give a little pop and open up my hand, going into from a closed fist to a chopping style hand. Then I give another little pop and I bring my arm over, pointing to the corner on the other side of the room. Now I shift my stance, throw a punch on the other side. From here, I'm going to bring my feet back together. I chamber as I look over my right shoulder. I'm going to chop and bring my hands right back. And then I'm going to do an aim a little bit slower. Now, I'm going to throw a solid side kick. Boom. Land, chop, punch. Then I look over the left shoulder. I'm going to switch my stance again. And just right away into a punch there. Now, adding just a few more moves on before we reset. We're holding from this position. We're going to go into a left leg skip front kick. And then we're going to do a right leg pop front kick. We're going to make that the first chunk. So here we go, starting back over. Now again, just following along on this, and then once we get to there where we just practiced, then we'll walk through a little slower on the next chunk, and then start adding speed to it. So here we go, chunk number 1, number 2. We're starting off, diamonds, and go. Open, over, punch. Now from here, after our jump kick, we're going to turn around the other way. We're going to go chop, we're going to chop, we're going to punch, punch, and then we're going to switch our feet and chop here in what we call a bad front stance. So my foot is heels off the ground, and my knee is bent. Now from there, I'm in my chop. I go back leg front kick, then back leg round kick, and then I'm going to step behind side kick. All right, and that's our second chunk. Here we go. Starting back over. All right, we're going to go through those two pieces, a little smoother, a little faster, and then we'll walk through the third chunk. Here we go. And begin. Ooh, I forgot the punches. Let me start that over. Chop, chop, punch, punch, switch chop. 1, 2, stick it. Now we turn all the way around. Chop, punch. Turn to the back. Chop, punch, punch, punch. And then back to the front. Chop, punch. Adding a little bit more to this chunk. We're going to step all the way back with our left leg here. Horse stance. We do our break. We shift chop. Step forward low. And then shift punch. Then we go same thing, other direction. So I turn, horse stance, break, shift, chop, step forward, low pseudo, shift, punch. All right, going through all of that, and then we'll add a little bit more. Here we go. And begin. Now, from here, we're going to do a jump 360. So I bring my feet together, I'm going to jump in the air, 360, land in a back stance, pseudo block. Now, I'm going to spin all the way over, and I'm going into kind of a modified surfer in what we call a reverse front stance. Front stance is facing that way, though my eyes and my block attack is going the opposite direction. Now, from here, I'm going to push off and do a back leg round kick. here, round. Now I go tornado, spin one more time, chop, punch, and I land on my knee. From here, I make an X, and I break it over my head, bring my hands together in a diamond down low, and as my hands lift, I'm gonna raise my body. As I get to the top, I'm gonna spin, hook kick, land pseudo. Couple more moves. I'm gonna step backwards, high block, punch. Now I do a pop front kick, so I'm gonna bring my feet together, pop front, and land pseudo block to the back. Here we go. Whew. Starting to feel those moves, getting a little sweat going, breathing a little heavy. So hope you're feeling it as well. Let's get to it. Here we go, and go. Now, from here, do a little longer kicking sequence, so we're gonna go back leg round. Oh, I apologize, I lied. We're starting our pseudo. We go skip front, back leg round, tornado, tornado, reverse hook, and then we land facing back to the front in a good pseudo block. Now, we do a run jump side, land pseudo, and we come back into another modified surfer block. And let's reset. All right, getting close to the end of the form here. We got just a few sections left, all right? We got about 3 more sections. So here we go, starting back at the beginning, and go. And now, from here, we're gonna step towards a corner of the room. I'm gonna take this hand, push it out, while the other hand comes up. All right, and then bring it over. We go punch, punch, scoop, punch. From there, we're gonna step backwards. We're gonna go ridge hand, chop, ridge hand, chop, double chop, flip it inside to a double spear. And then from here, we're gonna go back leg, bunch of kicks in a row without setting your foot down. We come up and 1, 2, 3, 4, hook round. We land horse stands, inner block, punch, and then windshield wiper blocks. All right, let's restart. All right, we actually only have one chunk left. I was thinking we had two more, but here we go. Last 2 times through the form. And go ahead, prepare. And go. Oh. There we go. Oh, so next moves, we go inner 1, double windshield wiper. Now, from here, what we're gonna do is we turn to the back, high punch, and we're gonna go back leg round. Oh, wait a minute. Skip front, then back leg round, step behind side. We land facing the front pseudo. Right away, reverse hook, landing back in the pseudo we started, and then from there, spin, chop, chop, punch. And then the last few moves of the form, bring our feet together and out, and make an X in front of our chest. We go up, break, and then as our hands come together, we bring our feet together and bring the diamond in front of our chest. And then from there, last couple moves, we set, we come back, back stance, pseudo block, shift, punch, nice punching hand, hand up by the face, and then we're gonna go skip front to a split kick. So skip front to split kick, and then we're just gonna step back, reverse front stance, backhand goes high, and then we do our punch out to the front. And that finishes the form. Let's do it one more time, beginning to end, nice and smooth, make it look good. Here we go. Last time through, prepare, and go. And we go attention, we bow. All right, I got a good sweat going. Hopefully you did as well. Keep up the good work, keep training hard, and we'll see you on the next video.